I'm going to piggyback off Mr. Pappas said, and you know, I was here straight out of the Marine Corps as a freshman, and my parents are, you know, I'm the first one to go to college. Why are you there? You get a job. So when I got my bachelor's degree and I finished, I waited for people to knock down my door giving me a job. Needless to say, it did not happen. Got my master's degree, I'm like, oh, here it comes, Professor of the Year, right here. It never came. So when I was a little bit hesitant to do an online degree, as Mr. Pappas said. I didn't kind of know the system. So when you first log on and they're like, read chapters 1 through 6, blah, 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 by the end of the week, and you're like, do you know I have a family? I'm emailing the professor, is this serious? Was there a typo? I was dead serious. And he said, absolutely not, this is the way it works. So, you know, as a global student, you know, you gotta have your time management in line. You have to learn. And a lot of these exams are proctored. So you sit in front of a camera, please let me see your forehead and your face at all times. If you need to leave, we will have to cancel the exam. Like, I paid $18, you will sit here and watch me for 2 hours. But sir, you're finished. I don't know, I'm gonna sit here for 2 hours. You're gonna watch me. Well, they didn't like that very much. So, with further ado, I'm gonna move on to our next speaker. She is the Director of Marketing and Student Services. Please welcome, is she here? I don't see her. Oh, Debbie O'Donnell.
Thank you, Jonathan, for that nice introduction. But I have to tell you guys, I was kind of a second choice. Dave Soleil, who's the vice president of the Global Campus, was supposed to be here this evening. So I was really honored when he asked me if I would step in for him. But he had a few stipulations. First of all, he wanted me to send his apologies to you. He said he would much rather be here with you than with the WSU Regents. He said, please share how proud I'm feeling of all of our graduates, and please wish them well. So I wish you well. And then finally he asked me please to keep my comments brief, and really what my role here is to allow students to tell their stories. We recognize that each and every one of you have a unique story, and what a journey all of you have taken. I think James did a great job acknowledging what it is to be an online student, what it is to be a Global Campus student. We couldn't be more proud that you chose WSU Global Campus to pursue your dreams. So, yay. Thank you so much. We truly do appreciate it, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. So, you know, one thing that I haven't heard yet this evening, which is a little bit disappointing, we're Cougs. We haven't heard a Go Cougs! So, 1, 2, 3, Go Cougs! All right, good job, everybody. So now what I have the honor of doing is introducing our graduates. So Cece Smith, who is the advisor for the student government, printed out the roster of all the students who are coming this evening. Well, it's tiny. It's tiny. I can't read this. It's ridiculous. My eyes are not what they used to be. So what I do know, though, I did have an opportunity when I was back in the office looking at who's here this evening. And what I know is that we're well represented. People have come from across Washington State, Seattle area, Tacoma, Bellingham, down south in Vancouver. We have people from Idaho. We have one of our graduates from Mountain View, California, and someone from Homestead, Florida. So it's a well-traveled group. But regardless, all of your journeys have been amazing. We know that you've made quite a trek to get here, literally and figuratively. So what I want to do now is invite all the grads to stand up. Grads, we know we know the ones in the sweaters in particular. You really can't hide. All right, and I'd like to ask you all to come up. Just line up over here. We want to give you the opportunity. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. Tom first. Where did you get these anyway? These are great. They're fabulous.
Oh my gosh, it's
Um, Okay, so before I turn it over to the grads, I do want to take a moment just to recognize all of the student government for their hard work. They've done amazing work throughout the year to bring multiple events to you to advocate for Global Campus students. So I'd like to give them a little round of applause. And the photographer, James. Sorry. That's okay. I do want to take just a quick minute to recognize some of the Global Campus staff that were able to join us here this evening. Chrissy Kincaid, who is an academic advisor. Kathleen Miller, also an academic advisor. Richard Miller, who is a senior marketing coordinator. And Cece Smith, who is over in the corner back there. She was the one that welcomed you this evening. There she is. Am I missing anybody that I should be recognizing? Other than James, the photographer? Pardon me?
Christine Curtis.
Christy Curtis. She's from where are you, Christy?
She was here.
She was here. Yes, she's from Stratcom. Great. And Butch, of course. We can't forget Butch. Most important, always. Great. So I'm going to turn it over. I just, like you guys to take a moment to let us know who you are and maybe tell us a little bit about your journey, acknowledge your family and friends, and for their contribution to your success as well. So congratulations, everybody.
Hello, I'm Brian Clute, Business Administration for Management Operations from Raymond, Washington on the coast. And I just want to thank my family for putting up with way too much studying. That's all I got to say. Thanks.
My name is Kaylee Eakin. I was born and raised in Yakima, and I currently live in Spokane. I started as a nanny beginning this program, and now I'm the marketing and communications specialist for Girl Scouts, so big leap. I'd like to thank my fiance, Clay, for editing all of my papers and cooking me dinner and doing my laundry throughout this program. I couldn't have done it without him. And my future in-laws, Vern and Janice, for being here. Thank you, guys.
Hi, I'm Brittany Parker. I'm originally from Tennessee, but now I live in Seattle. This time last year, I was a teacher teaching 4th grade. I was a very stressed out teacher, and I was looking for something that was different than education. And lo and behold, I found this program, and I have been so thankful for all that it's brought to my life so far. One of my colleagues, she told me, she said, Brittany, remember, teachers make the worst students. And that did not stop me from feeling overly confident about what kind of student I would be. The first semester was bad. I wasn't the best student. But this program has given me so many invaluable things that I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life. So thank you to everyone who helps to keep the Global Campus involved with the community here. And also I want to thank my husband, Jamal, who has been my rock and has been very patient those nights that I've been kind of stressed out, maybe biting his head off a little bit. So thank you.
I'm Mary Center. I'm from Tulalip, Washington. I'm among a small group of students who started this program in the first semester, and some of us are here today, and graduated in August. And I'd like to thank my family for supporting me and for coming tonight. And I'd like to thank WSU for providing this great program and letting me achieve a master's degree, which I never thought I would do. So thank you.
Well, I'm Jolene Hansen, obviously. I'm actually originally from Centralia, Washington, but I am currently living in Idaho Falls, Idaho, working for the Idaho Falls Police Department, so I get to keep all police officers in lines, which is kind of fun. I'm really excited to actually finish this program. As Mary said, you know, it started out, there was like 16 of us, I guess, and it's grown to about 140. And it's kind of an honor to be part of that first group of people that are graduating from this great program. I want to thank again my parents, Bruce and Dora. They have encouraged me, they've supported me, and that's been wonderful, along with my family, including my sister Donnie, who's here tonight, and her adorable little son, who's 3.5 months old, Declan. So take a look at him, he's really cute. And but I also want to thank some people that aren't here tonight that have really helped through the program as well. Many of them have done focus groups. Many of them have taken surveys. Many of them have read papers. I could name a whole list of things that I wasn't sure I would ever have any friends left after I had them do something for me. But I'm so grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for the professors through the program. Particularly this semester, I want to thank Rebecca Cooney, who's not here, but she has been, I know, a kind of an inspiration for a lot of us as we've completed and tried to get to the next step. And so thank you, and thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Southwick, and I actually work for WSU here in Pullman in the financial aid office, and so it's been an interesting progression to become an online student. I was an online student at WSU before I became an employee, and what I have to say about this program, I'm sure I'm not the only one here who's a first-generation student who has traveled kind of a challenging road to accomplish something that I wanted to do my whole life. And I thought, I'm not going to cry, but if I talk about this, I'll cry. But to accomplish this is pretty cool, right? For all of us who are here, it's a milestone that you take with you forever. How cool is that? The work will happen, life will go on, but we're here right now celebrating this moment and what we've done. And I'm so excited to be here tonight and to be a part of it. And I'll stop with that. But you know, the fun thing for me was my daughter is a WSU alumni, and she beat me to it. I was really sad. I was a student, but I didn't beat her to my undergrad. But I got to celebrate with her, and that was motivating to me to finish what I had started with my undergraduate. And then my husband pushed me on to this when I thought, no, I'm done. I'm exhausted. I just want to enjoy my time. This was enough. And he knew that I would not be done. But you are funny. You're not distracting at all. But he pushed me on, and so you know, my kids aren't here, and I really wish they were, because they're a huge part of why I wanted to do this. I did it for me, but I do it for them because they grow when I grow. Here I go again. But my husband is my biggest distraction and my biggest supporter. And he's why I managed to stumble along and finally accomplish my goals after all the years and all the stops and starts. And so I'm kind of going on and on, but I love you, Kevin, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Wayne White. I'm the male version of the sweater. I don't have the clutching V-neck. These are fabulous, by the way. These can be worn every day. I guess I'd like to thank my family, first of all, for sacrificing and letting me have the opportunity. Get that out of the way quick because I don't want to get all weepy. We give a lot to take this. There's very few people, I think, that are just students that do the global campus. We all have work or family lives or kids to take care of, and so it's a huge sacrifice for all of us that do this, and it's a huge sacrifice for all the families too. So thank you to all the families that support us during that hard time. It's such a joy to get to see the faces of everybody we've interacted with over the last couple of years. It's been a real treat getting to know people online, but it's even better to finally see some faces and kind of put everything together. So it's thank you for the opportunity to get to know everybody. And Frangie's not here, but we should probably thank her for the StratCom Facebook page. So hopefully we'll add some more alumni to that in the near future. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca Bufford. I ordered my sweater late and it's actually on my porch right now, so I'm a little sad. But I'd like to thank my family and especially my husband who has supported me and kind of encouraged me along. As all of you have probably felt, there's been some times where you just kind of want to quit and want to stop going, and I'd like to thank him for encouraging me and for encouraging my classmates also who have been there. It's been really fun, but I'm really glad to be graduating now. So thank you all so much. Hi, I'm Nicole Cleveland. I'm an undergrad. I'm an accounting major, and I'm originally from a tiny town in eastern Washington called Elmer City. It's near the Grand Coulee Dam. I currently live in Mountain View, California, and I just want to thank my husband, Joseph, back there, and for sticking through those rough, stressful times with those proctored exams. And, all right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Marisa Sheffick, and I'm part of the StratCom group. So I am going to make it short and simple. I truly believe that online learning is the only opportunity that I had to earn my higher education, and I am so thankful for that. I have my undergrad in psychology with WSU, and I jumped disciplines into StratComs, and I've been able to blend things together. I feel like we are a huge family, and we can never, ever drift apart at this point. We've made such big bonds with each other, and I feel like no matter what happens, we can always rely on each other. So that to me is absolutely amazing. So I'd like to thank my family, I'd like to thank my friends, and everybody throughout this college that has supported us. So thank you very much.
Good evening, I'm Thais Rodriguez, and I actually switched to the Strategic Communication program after doing an entire year of MBA, and I'm so glad that I did, because I've built such great bonds with all of you here that I'm sure I would have never built with the kids on the other side. Yeah, they're boring. And my family and I flew here from Miami, so we literally flew across the country just to meet you guys in person and to come and bond and enjoy such a great accomplishment. I was walking around campus today telling my family, I am so nostalgic, I want to be back in school. And they're like, no, you haven't even walked across stage yet. Don't even come talk to us about anything else. But I want to thank, my hubby who's back there for babysitting my girls every single night so that I could get all of my schoolwork in, and my mother for taking care of her to, complete final projects, and all of you guys who have also been such great, support online and with the focus groups and giving each other advice. And it's just such a great community, and this is such a great way to, I think, start the program because it's so fresh and it's so new. And I hope that, you guys continue, for the faculty to do this for the online students at the end of, every year, because it's really the only time that we get to know each other in person and kind of, build a stronger bond for all of us that, don't have anyone out there. It does get pretty lonely, not being able to participate on a daily basis on all the campus activities that go on. So I think this is very, very nice, and I want to thank everyone that helped put this together, because it is really, really special for us. And I'm going to stop now because I'm getting emotional, and I hope to hug every single one of you in a little bit when this stops.
My name is Scott Hoffman. I'm a master's in agriculture graduate. I'm from Vancouver, Washington. This is the first time I have stepped foot on campus in my whole 2 years working on my program. So it's kind of an amazing experience and fun to actually be on campus. I want to thank my wife for putting up with the last 2 years of working full-time, trying to balance that with going to school and having 2 young kids in the family, 3-year-old who I have here attached to me, and a 1-year-old. And I want to say thanks to the Global Campus for the opportunity of being able to work full-time and still go to school to achieve this accomplishment. So thanks.
Thank you, everyone, for coming up and telling your amazing stories. I'd like to take just a second to one more round of applause for all of our graduates. And I'd also like to make a comment that I think that Jonathan Alt might take some, offense in thinking that he's boring. He's not boring. He's an MBA student. He's not boring. Somebody said that MBA students are boring, but I think he's been doing a pretty fabulous job, actually. So I'm going to turn it back over to Ryan right now. Thanks, everybody.
I'm an MBA student as well. I'm the boring one reading through the script here tonight. So I'm going to echo a few more sentiments here. We are in the home stretch, so a couple of more thank yous. One to the staff of the Alumni Center for hosting us here tonight, and a big thank you to our catering staff there in the back for the food this evening. So we can get a round of applause for those guys. And a couple of quick housekeeping notes. We have the photos here. James and Brian, thank you guys for the photos this evening. They said we should have them up on the Global Campus Facebook page within 1 to 2 weeks. So take a look there in a couple weeks. And I'll have a lot of great pictures posted there for you guys, okay? Secondly, anything you see on the table tonight, cups, flowers, are yours to take, so please help us out and take some souvenirs home with you this evening. And for any graduating veterans, we do have cords available on the back table for you. So feel free to stop by on your way out to grab those, okay? With that being said, just one final congratulations to all the graduates, families and friends for coming. We do appreciate it. And you all have a good evening and happy holidays. Thank you.